peeled, one of the things that you'll notice is that it's gonna, oh, sorry, I like to peel it again. Okay, it's gonna start to oxidize, which means to brown. So what you need to do is get your potatoes in water. After it's cut, it has to be in water also, okay? So it needs to be completely submerged. What does that look like? Okay? Do you see that none of it is sticking out of the water right now? That's completely submerged. If any part is out of the water, that part browns, okay? So you're gonna peel, and in the industry what we do is you have to peel until it's blemish free. What I mean by that is that any bruises or anything, you gotta peel it down. Okay, do you see that there's no blemishes? Okay, I'm gonna do the batons. Baton potatoes is gonna be difficult in one way, is that you wanna maximize the potato and have as little waste as possible, okay? That is kind of difficult because each potato looks a bit different, all right? So what you wanna do first is square it off and get your dimensions of your length. So then I look at my dimensions right here and I go and average it out, okay? It's around 10, so I'm doing 5.5. How am I gonna get that? Here. So I kind of take a look, and I'm going to trim off each little bit first, okay? Okay, try to go straight down. As little as possible. It's hard because this is a curved and it's not flat. Okay, excess trim, you're going to go and put it in here first, okay, into the water, because you can make mashed potatoes, you can thicken soups and everything with it. All right. Now, I'd like to take a look at it, and I'm thinking if I cut, I need this to be at least 11 in order for me to go and get 5.5 and get 2, right? That's not going to happen here, is it? Then I'm going to cut a big chunk off. So sometimes I can take a look at this way and see if I can hit 5.5. No, I can't do it that way either, because then I can get 2 sets, you know what I mean? I can cut this way. So it depends on the size of the potato. So my suggestion for you is when you're doing the potatoes, either get 2 small or get 1 big one, okay? So then I have to go and cut a part off to get my batons. So because of that, I'm gonna start by cutting 5.5, okay? So this is the flatter side, so I'm gonna go on this way, okay? On, all right? Measure again, okay? Now, even for me, being away from the kitchen for a little bit, it actually makes you go and, you wanna go and practice your dimensions again, okay? Because maybe a lot of places don't focus on dimensions, but it's expected in the IT. And then we're gonna do 1.2, right? Centimeters. So I use my finger, go 1.2, okay? And I go from the edge, and I do this. I nick it, so I know that this is the right one, okay? Then I go straight down. So what's my first step? Square off. So you can write this down as your method. Square off your product. Number 1, square off your product. Okay, so you square it all off. Step 2, make your planks. So I call these planks. Okay? So then I go again. And then sometimes I can use this as a reference. Okay? And I go down. Straight down again. Okay, and I make my planks. So I have 3. You can put it next to each other side by side. This one's not going to be, the edges won't look nice, only the inside will look nice. Okay, then I'm going to make my sticks. doing a baton, batonette, a l'omelette, or a julienne, this method is still the same. It's just that you're making it either thicker or bigger, which makes it a baton, or the dimensions are smaller, which makes it a julienne. Understand?
Yep.
Okay. So once you do that, I'm going to trim off the side. I know there's a lot of trimming because you, when you're cutting these are for, think of it more like a fine dining cut idea. I mean, I'm not asking for it to be perfect every single time. Once you go into block 2, it's not going to be like that. Right? But for now, it's good to work on your accuracy. Okay, so you at least know what a set of nice looking batons look like. So then I go like this, and then I go 1.2, okay, like this. I can nick it, and then afterwards I can do it again, follow through, and then you can use this as a reference, the one that you did really well, and then just go and then look on this side, up and down, and I'm looking at the end to see that it looks like a square. Because if I'm making a square means that it's same in terms of the height and the width, right? So then I want it to be the same in terms of the height and the width. Okay, so then I take a look and take a look, okay? And then if I need to double check, now you don't need to do this all the time. I'm just doing this because I want to show you how to make it accurate. Once you know the dimensions, get rid of the ruler. Actually, by week 2, you should be able to get rid of the ruler. Okay? So then you have this, right? And then you got this. So in the end, what you're gonna have, okay, is that you can go down, straight down, all right? And you can take a look and go straight down, take a look, straight down, and then take a look, straight down, okay? That's how you would end up cutting after a while, because you know what it looks like, you know what I mean? Okay? Now, I'm not saying that it's 100% right. There is a little bit of slanted, but you can see that generally it's pretty good, right? Okay? So then a way of checking, and this one, it looks different on this side because of the end. So for the potato, if you have a little bit of this, it's okay, okay? As long as they're all not curved. But do you see how they're all kind of generally a square, and generally is the same size? So when I put it down, I can put my hand across it, and it's not one up, one down. Okay, all right. And then you could go through this one. All right. Yes.
What are batons used for?
Batons are used for when you pan fry it, and then you can use it as frites. Okay. You can also braise it, but it's actually pretty small to go and braise. But yeah, usually you use it as frites, and then you can use it to cut to dices for soups afterwards. Okay, large dice, so they can see it in your chowders, for example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hash browns are a little bit more. If you're talking about actual hash browns, will be shredded. Yeah. Yeah. A little bit more like roasty. But you can definitely use this as a way of showing. Like we did this before, where I actually did it as a crisscross. You know. I'm just saying, like a cabin, and then we use this as a way of showing our knife cuts. Okay, that's the potato batonette, all right? And I just want you to do one of them, okay? Sounds good? It shouldn't take that long.